Hello, welcome back. Every day that Quentin and I, as well as the rest, persist in this way, I chip away more and more at the barriers that divide our minds. And it's a terrible price to pay. It's a terrible way to live. And I don't recommend it for anyone. Yes, there is a deep psychiatric trauma in all of our minds. Brad Pitt at least, but that's because he has no psychic swag. That's the point. Right? Right? He just says, you say acting? Right? So my point is that I thought he respected me as a psychic. Right? But when he turned his back, in my mind, it was like, oh, you expect me to bark for money? Never. Right? But in reality, he was like, oh, well, you know, like I got this like idea, like I have this like way that I operate like with my girls. Right? The girls want to meet you, but like I need to see. Right? And so the revelation that I had, you know, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to say it. We'll let it marinate, but I put it in the email. And it's rock solid psychology. Tell you what, everyone in town knows it. Right? But in this revelation, I realized like, oh, that gives a clear psychological pathway to, right, him refusing to reconcile with me because he cannot control my mind. Right? As well as holding them all against their will the entire time. Right? Because he has this perverse sort of notion of spirituality. And so I'm lecturing all of them. I'm lecturing all of them constantly. Like, yeah, it's wordy, it's a lot of words. Like, no, it's a journey. You read it and you grow. Or you admit that you're a loser. That's the point. Right? That there's this dividing line in the sand. It's called ethics. It's called love. It's called responsibility. And you can do perverse, fucked up shit to a point. Right? But once you cross a line, it becomes criminal behavior. And we have to treat criminal behavior, right, with criminal consequences, criminal prosecution. Right? And so, beyond all the things that occurred to me, I'm now seeing everything that occurred to the women, and it is so sick. It's so stupid. Right? He's holding them against their will, and now the LAPD knows. You know, it's just, you know, it's as ugly as it gets. It's as ugly as it gets. And I'm sorry, Quentin, about Tribeca. God damn, I'm so fucking sorry, dude. Don't murder these women. You know, let them come to me, right? Let them go to the clinic. So, right? My contention is not are they free in the world? Right? The novel legal argument that I make is that he, in fact, is behaving criminally by his designs on preventing them to come see me. If an individual is preventing a person from going to see another person for any reason, any time, any place, then that can be argued legally is, in fact, illegal imprisonment, holding someone hostage. Right? Every human, it's a basic human right that every human has the right to go see any other human they wish to spend their time with. And if a third party prevents a person from going to see another person, that should be defined as a criminal act in the penal code. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is nothing but malevolence, right? It's nothing but the stifling of a person's individual liberty, a person's independence. Right? And so it is my contention that he exacts this sadistic design upon these women, right? Not only because they want to be with me, that they want to see me, right? But because, right? And I'm not going to go on and on, right? But he has another reason, a medical reason. And so, right, I'm on it every day, all day, every day. Right? There's no way we persist in this way another month. No way. There's no way they're happy reading these emails. There's no way these women are happy. Right? I do not accept the fact that because they're famous, I do not have the right to speak to them. I do not accept the bullshit excuse that oh, because like you're not famous, because I don't have a lot of money, that means that they automatically like get to say, right? Because like we're not talking about money, right? We're talking about the mind. We're talking about a deep intellectual consideration, right? This is high speculation, right? High intelligentsia, right? And so beyond money, right? Beyond influence, beyond power, beyond control, right? There is the divinity that shapes our ends, which is an abstract intellectual quality often referred to as God, which is not a creature, it is an abstraction, which we see in the manifested universe as stillness. Right? And so my point is that mind, which people refer to as God, is the same origin of our individual consciousness. Right? And so Quentin uses his mind in the same manner in which the abstract divine mind uses it to manifest life, to torture these women. And I'm the only man who understands that, right? And so that's why they want to come to me, because I can protect them. That's the point. Right? Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Right? What's Deborah Katz got to say about it? The College of Clairvoyance. So, right? Just put them in front of me one time. Right? That's all I'm saying. You could have the LAPD in the room with us. How about that? But no Quentin, no nobody. No agent. Right? You, me, and the LAPD, Daniela. You, me, and the LAPD, Mikey. I look you in the eye and say, here's the law. This is your chance. Is that, can we do that at least? You know? Like, oh, crazy guy, you know, but I'm afraid they're being held against their will, right? I'm afraid that they've been subjected to a deep psychological and sexual trauma for a long time, and that I'm the only one that actually understands what's occurring. That's the point. That it's not about me fucking hot pussy, right? They have deep sexual trauma, all of them. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But we can pick up the pieces together. And what I'm saying is that the clock's ticking, and he's holding them for a reason, and it's disgusting and illegal. And they have the right to control their bodies. They have the right to decide who penetrates them and enters them. They have the right to decide who they make their legacy with. So, see what's good in your life. Know that life is not an accident, right? Know that everything that I say stems from some primal psychological truth, right? From within me, from within him, from within them. That we're all collected in this peculiar, novel, psychiatric case study as a result of his 1,000 hours of remote viewing me, right? The easiest answer is to say that I'm schizophrenic. However, I contend that is in fact a lazy answer intellectually, and I can offer you some 1,000 threads of evidence, perhaps some of it circumstantial, a lot of it is in fact direct, that show you that I do have a palpable connection with Quentin Tarantino, right? That can, in fact, logically explain why he would hold these women against their will, why they would want to be with me instead of him, and why they are prepared to leave Hollywood behind to do it. Let me know what you think. God bless.